We'll just do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, Facebook, looky here. At the comic spot today, we have an amazing Vegas comic. Oh my gosh. Tom Baum has come from San Jose, California to Vegas. He's got a history, a track record you wouldn't believe. He's open for Bill Bellamy, you guys. Oh my God. Things you can only wish and dream for, this guy's done. And you know he's a heavy hitter because Gabe Lopez put him on the Dirty at 12:30 show. And that just doesn't go to any old person. I wouldn't want to go on that show for another 10 years. Well, let's talk, Tom. Say hi to everybody and let's get into some details.
Hello, Linda. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate the spot. I've been doing this with everybody under the sun, and I'm glad to get my chance to be on.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you. Yeah, thanks for noticing and following. So
Yeah, absolutely. You've been putting out content like crazy, and that's what the people need while they're all cooped up in their homes.
isn't that true? I was cooped up and I got sad and I thought, well, if I'm sad, other people are. So let me start talking to people, and it just rolled into it, just happened. It fell into my lap.
Yeah, it's a great thing that you're doing. I think it's amazing, and I think it gives comedians a chance to as another avenue to get their name out there, which is great. And then people who may not see them otherwise, now they're getting exposed. So good for you.
Thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate the support so much. So
Absolutely.
So I have never really talked to you, but I've seen you around, and I want to know all about your life before you got into comedy, why you got into comedy, what you've done in comedy, what you want to do. I want to know it all, Tom. How much time do you have?
Let's see where to start. I was born in in Mountain View, California. right before the big earthquake in '89 hit the Bay Area. We moved to Jacksonville, Florida, and I was living in Jacksonville until '96, and then we moved back to Oakdale, California, which is the cowboy capital of the world. And that's where I graduated high school. Then I moved back to San Jose before moving to Sacramento, which is where I started working at the Sacramento Punchline. And I had been writing jokes, but I never had the stones to go up on stage, and it was always just like a thing. And then once I started working at the Punchline in Sac, it was just being around comedians and seeing everything. It finally gave me the kick in the ass I needed. And by then, I had knew all the local comedians who produce shows and stuff like that. So before I ever did an open mic, I was on a show. I did my first showcase, and I did 5 minutes, and every joke hit. Literally, I got 2 applause breaks, and I didn't even realize when it happened when I was on stage, and I went to the back. And the producer was like, "Man, that was really good. How long you been?" I was like, "That was my first one." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "You've never been on stage?" I was like, "No, Mike's nothing." He's like, and then Jason Chaney, he's won the World Series of Comedy. He's a headliner. He was on that show, and he goes, "You've never been on stage?" And he goes, "You got 2 applause breaks, man." I was like, "Oh shit, that's pretty good, I guess then." And then once you get that first initial feeling of being on stage and making people laugh with your shit that came up in your own head, there's really no going back.
No, there isn't. So what year was that you first started?
It was 2015.
Wow.
So I have my 5-year in October 22nd, because we never forget the date.
That's right. March 13 for me. Never forget it. Yeah.
It's ingrained.
It is. I think people remember it more than they do anniversaries and birthdays.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
important. So when the first time you went up, before you went up, were you nervous or you just thought, screw it, I'm ready?
I'd be at work and stuff like that on break, and I'd be going through my set and all my jokes and stuff like that. And being in comedy 5 years, 5 minutes isn't much at all. But back then, it's like, oh shit, it's like a half an hour or something like that. So, but yeah, it went by fast, and it was great. Everything went well. So I felt like I was ready.
That's great.
There's obviously still the butterflies and the nerves and stuff like that, but at some point you have to your fucking meter goes from like that, boom, and then it breaks, and you're like, this is happening regardless.
Yes. Well, that's so awesome that right from the get-go, you got applause breaks and people going, what? That was your first time? I mean, that rarely happens.
It's a super rarity in this industry.
It is. It certainly is. What are some of the things you've learned along the way from other comics or just being in the biz?
Oh man, I just I try to watch and learn as opposed to I'll sometimes get information, but more so it's you can learn so much just by taking it all in.
Yes.
And watching people and their moves. You can just see how things are happening. How somebody's promoting like online. You don't need to necessarily have a conversation with them. But I really like to just sit back and take it all in and like get a little piece from here and then get a piece from here and then see how it works best for me.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So I don't know if it was my first year or something like that, but I was down in LA. I did my first show in LA at it was just one of those places that people stay from other countries.
Mm-hmm.
A hostel.
Mm-hmm.
It was at a hostel. It was
Yeah.
a hostel show, and then from that I went to another show in LA. The guy's a headliner, and I had been following his career for a long time, and I've been a fan of his. And I went to his show just because I was in town. He did his weekly show down there, and I talked to him, and I was like, "Hey, have you ever done Sacramento?" Because that's where I started, and he's like, "Nah," or he had done it, but not like he wasn't in with this club that I could potentially book him at. And then after that, it took maybe 2 months, but I was seeing where the best spot to have it was, and I brought Adam Hunter up to California or to Sacramento to headline 2 shows up there, and about 6 months apart. And the first one, I'm a big UFC fan, so and he's a huge fight fan and does jokes, and they all love him and stuff like that, which is a big reason I had followed his career. And the whole Team Alpha Male, which is Uriah Faber's team in Sacramento, came to the show, and they all saw me kill it. So I featured for them. So I had my buddy host, I featured, so I could get the nice spot. And it was my first time really killing it for 25 minutes, and it was dope in front of all these UFC fighters, and I gave Uriah Faber a shirt, or I tried to, and then he paid for it.
Oh, wow. I'm a huge fan of Adam Hunter. Huge fan.
Great.
He's the
He's
best.
a solid dude.
Solid. He's so great. So tell me about being 5 years sober. That must feel so good.
It's great, yeah. As I smoke a blunt, just to be sure, I am sober, not clean and sober. So I want to make that clear. I don't drink alcohol at all. It was the best decision I have made maybe in my life, other than going into comedy. But I can't really say that because I was sober when I started comedy. So if I just imagine sometimes I'm like, oh man, if I was drinking, I wouldn't be where I am in comedy like right now. Because 5 years still really isn't that much. But I've done like a lot of things, more than a lot of comics. I would say at their 5 year mark, or not even 5 year mark. So drinking would have slowed me down so much.
Yes.
So being sober and being able to do really all the things, not just go to one mic, but go to a mic and then another show and then maybe another mic. Just network and make all the connections that I need to make to put myself in the position of where I want to be and where I want to go.
You mentioned that that's beautiful what you said. I got it. I'm on to the next thought because I'm a comic. You mentioned that you're a huge Adam Hunter fan in the UFC. And have you ever fought in the UFC?
No. That is a long, strenuous way to go because they are the biggest promotion, and I got friends out here in Vegas who had fought. David Hewlett fought. I actually had Stephen Bonner on my psychedelic show, who he was on the first season of The Ultimate Fighter, which launched the UFC to new heights. Because after Stephen Bonner fought Forrest Griffin, it was like so many people saw that fight and were like, "Holy shit!" And they both got contracts from the show.
Wow.
But yeah, so I had Stephen Bonner do mushrooms on my psychedelic show, which is like another, chalk that one up, because that's badass,
That is.
Comedy has just brought the best things out in life, and I can't imagine it being any other way. Like the people I've met and come across, and things I've gotten to do, are things that wouldn't have happened had I not done comedy.
Yes, I agree. I just got to interview the lady that's my comedy hero, my idol. I got to interview Wendy Liebman. A lot of,
really?
yeah. And
That's awesome.
yeah, and it's like I still, tear up just thinking that I got to interview the person. I had written her jokes, and I said, I don't have the courage to go on stage, but this funny stuff is coming out of me. And she said, no, this is too funny. You have to get up and do it yourself.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah. That's awesome. I took my mom to see Lily Tomlin for her birthday.
Yeah.
And me and another great comedian friend of mine, Jackie Pearl, we went down and drove down to San Luis Obispo, and Lily Tomlin was doing fucking huge, like, it wasn't an arena, but there was a couple thousand people there. And I always like have an affinity for like getting myself in, and like if I want to meet somebody, I'll put myself in the position to do it. If we're at the same place, like it's going down. Like they don't know it, but I know it. And that time it was a huge show, and I've gotten away with some crazy shit. And people are like, "Damn, bro, how'd you do that?" And it's just like that's just the way it is, like Tupac says. And but my friend was like, she like took it from me. She took that energy and she went and talked to the manager at the show, and she's like, "Hey, we're comics. It's my friend's mom's birthday. Can we meet Lily Tomlin?" And he's like, "Probably not, but let me see what's up." So he goes and talks to her, fucking comes back and brings my mom, my friend, and me back to meet Lily Tomlin after her show.
Oh my God. That's
And
what was Lily like?
What's that?
What was she like?
She was so just astute and loving and very, not necessarily reserved, but professional and just in her element. And she was very nice and cordial, and took pictures and hugs, and it was great.
Ugh, I can't imagine that.
Lily Tomlin is a legend.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's probably like 2 generations that don't know who Lily Tomlin is.
That's right.
And then the rest of those generations, fucking Lily Tomlin is all the way up, you know?
The top.
So, yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. Who else have you met, Tom?
So my first weekend that I worked at the Punchline, it was Tom Segura was headlining.
Wow.
And I didn't know who he was at the time, because I knew comedy, but I didn't know everybody in like the whole where what you should know about and who you should know about, you know. But he sold out the whole weekend, you know, every show sold out, and we after that first show we went and got Mexican food, and he actually like gave me his taco. He was like, I'm done.
Wow.
And so working at the Punchline, I met a lot of people, and then being able to throw shows and then go down to LA and network and stuff like that. There's a laundry list of people that if I started telling you, I would feel bad for leaving other people out.
I get you. I totally get that. So in the years that you were being raised and growing up, at what point did you decide you were funny, and at what point did other people tell you you're so funny that you should go on stage? When did that?
I was always pretty funny. Like I grew up on George Carlin. You know, I remember very much watching Bill Cosby's Himself, that special, and that was before the whole.
Yeah, way before.
Yeah, and so he was still like the man, and you know, regardless of anything that happened, that special holds up to this day. Bill Cosby himself is a great special.
Yes.
So I was always cracking jokes. I think when King of the Hill came out, I could do a really good boomhauer, and when I grew up, I had a southern accent when I moved to California. You know, so I really talk like that. They all nah, you know, and we gonna get up and we gonna go get it over there, and so I would do stuff like that, and that's when I started getting people like to make them laugh, and I would do impressions and stuff like that. So like imagine like a little 7-year-old being like doing Bill Clinton, like I did not have sexual relations, you know. And then in high school, I would notice like I could really like just fuck up the whole group and have them dying. And they're like, man, and then I would try, because I think I started writing material at like 21. But I didn't mind you. I didn't go on stage until I was 28. Yeah, 28. So 7 years after I really started writing jokes, I would try them out on my friends from high school. We still hung out, and I could just make the whole group laugh. Wow. I'd be like, hey, don't fucking interrupt me, and don't try to like do your little spiel. You know, let me get this out, and let me see if it's funny. And then they would like, I'd be standing there, and they'd be on the couch, and they'd be cracking up. So that's when it was really like, all right, you can do this. And I was always like watching Comedy Central used to do a thing in January. They do like the top 50, you know, specials or something like that, and then they play half-hour specials all day. And I remember watching that and just always like really loving comedy. And it was always, it took me longer than I wish it had, but that was also because I was like drinking. You know, I fucking drank a lot, and I think if I wasn't drinking earlier, I probably would have started doing comedy in San Jose, which would have potentially been better for my career, and I would have been farther and all the things. But everything happens for a reason, and I have no regrets.
That's right. I didn't start till I was 63, Tom.
Oh. Yeah, so I got a huge jump on you.
Yeah, you're gonna go places. I'm gonna be like watching you, getting your autograph. I'll help you sell merchandise. I don't give a rip. Once I'm a fan, I'll be your fan. What was it like,
I appreciate it.
Tom? What was it like hosting for Bill Bellamy?
It was awesome because before that, let's see, what was it? I wasn't working at the Punchline anymore, but I would still, I'd still go to shows there and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And when Bill Bellamy was there, I went and I ended up speaking with him after his show, and I was like, bro, your callback game is so strong.
Wow.
Because he would be doing callbacks like crazy, and they'd be like smashing. And it was like the first time I really saw like the callback like so at such a heightened level. And he goes, "Oh, you're a comic?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we started talking and stuff like that and bullshit. And then on my way out, we're walking out of the club and we're going to our cars and stuff like that. And he's like, "Oh, we're going to this bar afterwards." And I was like, "All right, bro, I'll catch you later." And I started talking to his opener, which my buddy was a mutual friend of. So that's how we started talking, and I started getting working my way in, if you will. And his opener is Jay Reed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he opens for Bill Bellamy all over the place. So we were bullshitting, and on the way out, Bill goes, "Hey, why don't you come through and do a guest set tomorrow?" And my jaw dropped, like in the cartoons.
Wow.
I was like, I was like, and then like time kind of stopped, and then it was like the Matrix where I could freeze time and then nobody could see, and I had to like slap myself. I was like, "Get your shit together," and I was like, "Hell yeah!" I had to play it cool as fuck. So I was like, "Absolutely, I'd love to." He's like, "Great, I can't wait to watch you work, baby." And it was like the shit, Like Bill Bellamy is like, come and do a set tomorrow on my show.
Oh
And
gosh.
I recorded that set, and we hung out in the group. We went to the bar after that, and his buddy owned a spot out there, so we went, and he was doing his thing, talking to people. So I kind of left that alone. I was just chilling, kind of talking to Jay, and I was like about to leave. I was tired. I was like, all right, I gotta go get ready for tomorrow. Blah blah blah. And as I go to tell him later, he starts talking to me, and we had a conversation for like 45 minutes to an hour afterwards. It was just me and him. We were like in the fucking zone, really, like on a deep level. And he's like, "Bro, your aura." He's like, I can see that shit. And I started like welling up and shit, like, because the shit he was telling me was shit about me that I didn't know about myself, but he knew about it.
Wow.
I was like, I start tearing up right now talking about it and getting goosebumps, because it was like, this is Bill Bellamy from like, I watched him interview Tupac and Janet Jackson on MTV,
Wow.
as a kid, and just everything he's done, and. So that was special. And
That's
hosting for him. It was him and Craig Shoemaker were like co-headlining.
I love Craig Shoemaker too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was both of them, and they were doing the Make America Laugh Again tour, and it was the first weekend of that tour in SAC, and I got to host. It was great. It was amazing.
Wow, I can't imagine that would.
I didn't do much time because they were both headlining, but I got them ready, and I did my job, and then I got to sit back and watch two legends.
Two legends.
That I just opened for. It was surreal.
That is surreal. Oh my gosh. So where in the world would you like to go with your comedy after the pandemic?
psychedelic show here in Vegas.
Yes.
Where comedians do psychedelics, and then they perform stand-up comedy. And I just had my year anniversary show yesterday. Unfortunately, it had to be on Zoom, but the lineup was fucking crazy. I'll tell you real quick. It was an all-headliner lineup, and the craziest part about it is I could have never got this lineup and this show to happen without this pandemic. So, thank you, coronavirus.
That's right.
No.
Exactly. I really get what you're saying.
It was Greg Wilson. It was Trix. It was Robert Zapata, who's from LA, and Stephen Briggs were all on the show, and it was great. I mean, it was what it was. You know, it wasn't what it could have been if people were actually at a venue. But it was cool, and I'm gonna look at it again, and I might post it on Facebook. So we'll see.
I'll look for that. Would you mind if you post it? Will you tag me so I can see it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think after the pandemic, it's just taking, not necessarily for my personal comedy career, but I wanna grow the show. I wanna make this show something bigger than I could ever be, something bigger than itself. And with this pandemic, and just before, psychedelics haven't even really broke America. You know, they're illegal still in a lot of places, other than Oakland, Santa Cruz, Denver, and there's a bill right now going to legislation for New York and Washington, D.C. They would be fourth and fifth on the list of decriminalization. So after the pandemic, I've been in talks with some psychedelic societies in the Bay Area. Oakland is where I want to hit, and then if I could do something underground in San Francisco, I'd like to hit both cities before going down to Santa Cruz. Denver is definitely where I want to go personally and for the show. I went to Denver on an accident before I did my psychedelic show in Tennessee. I did it in Knoxville, Tennessee. I did a house show, and there was about 25 people that came, and it was super underground, and it was just that, you know, it was everything it could have been. It's just what it needed to be. And I met the like the president of Normal, which is it's a marijuana. It's a huge marijuana. It's NOML.
Okay.
It's like marijuana legislation, National Organization for Marijuana Legislation, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it's something like that.
Okay.
And she was like the president of the whole area. And she came to my show, and we all took acid and had a great time.
Wow. So we're
So taking the psychedelic show globally is really what I want to do, because in Jamaica, in Amsterdam, I want to do that. I want to take the show where I can do it and show people that this is a thing, because people don't even know about this shit. This is like groundbreaking stuff, you know.
wonderful.
And people, you know, there's always like, you know, what's the next way comedy's gonna go? You know, since the pandemic, it's like Zoom shows and shit like that. So getting niche things is what people are what's gonna make people want to come out and see. And there's a bunch of psychonauts around the world who love comedy and don't even know that they can bring the two together, and that's what I'm doing.
That is really cool. Now, I've never taken psychedelics, and I lived through the 60s, and I never tried.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Were you hardcore Catholic, or what happened? How'd you miss the boat on that?
I was a chicken shit. I was so chicken. Never. In Portland, Oregon.
Oh my God!
I know. Can you believe it? Ugh.
Well, they were like super. Was it super hippie in Portland like it was in San Francisco and all that?
If anybody had a desire to be a hippie, they didn't fit in, so they'd go to San Francisco and live. And now all those leftover hippies of my age are living in Portland, and then a lot of young people.
Absolutely. That's what I was wondering. I was like, because now, like, everybody's on psychedelics in Portland, you know?
I know.
Um,
So
that's funny.
where can I promote you online, like websites and stuff like that?
I have a Tom Bomb is my Facebook, 2 words, just like it sounds. I'm Tom Along and Ding Dong 87 on Instagram, and that's TOMALONG, and then DINGDONG 87, Tom Along and Ding Dong.
On Instagram.
And for obvious reasons, you know, I was born in 1987.
Gotcha. I get
I
it.
also got a good stick. And then I have the Psychedelic Show on Facebook and Instagram, and show is spelled PSHYO.
So
Psychedelic Show on Facebook, and then at Psychedelic Show.
how do you spell psychedelic show?
Psychedelic is PSYCHEDELIC Psychedelic Show.
Oh, just like normal.
Just like normal.
Oh, like I should have got that the first time. And the psychedelic show is on Facebook.
And Instagram.
Okay. As it's
Psychedelic Show on Instagram.
so you have your own pages, and then you have the psychedelic show pages.
Correct.
Wonderful. So are there any other places you'd like traffic online?
I have a Twitter that I'm not really active on, and maybe I should be, but I don't know. I still, Twitter was something. It's like LinkedIn. I never got into it.
Yeah.
You can come see me at the Psychedelic Show whenever this fucking pandemic is over, and we don't have to be in our houses doing drugs. We can go out in the world and do them.
Where's it usually at?
Well, I normally, Linda, it's at a secret location every time.
Got it.
But the secret location is the same location every time. And you've given a great interview, so I will tell you. The venue is East Street Poker Bar in Henderson.
E Street.
And,
E like E.
And then dash string.
E string.
And I'm gonna honestly, as you know, Nevada just did our soft opening, reopening, if you will. We're in phase 1. Yesterday was the first day, so business is open back up. So restaurants can operate at 50%
Okay.
capacity, and there's no you can't go to the bar, order from the bar. There's no online gaming or table gaming, and they have that there, but their restaurant area is separate where I do the show. So I am going to contact them immediately. I have a date with them May 23rd. Hopefully I'll get to keep it. If I do, I will book a show
Wonderful.
within a week and a half or something like that, and I'll do a proper year anniversary for the Psychedelic Show.
Wow, I'm looking forward to that. If I can get somebody to drive me out there, I'll come. Usually,
I'll drive you out there.
okay,
I won't drive you back though.
that's cool. I'll take a whatchamacallit, a Uber.
Yeah, we'll lift back.
So I have a question for you. Some people say yes, some people say no. It's a very personal question. The pandemic came along and it might have hit you in the pocketbook. So when people are glancing at this, if they feel so inclined to help you, are you open to saying your Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or not?
Yeah, it's Thomas Amore Amore it's the third, so it's 3 capital I's.
So is Thomas THOMAS?
THOMAS.
Okay.
More dash the third.
And it's on Venmo and Instagram both that way? Venmo and Cash App?
It's on Venmo. That's probably the best one. It's I don't know. I've been using that one the most lately.
Good.
So I have a Cash App and PayPal, but if you want to find out, my email is tombomb87@gmail. So
Got it.
That's another way to find me, to give me money on the interwebs.
Wonderful. Well, is there anything in closing that you want to do to crack people up? Maybe how crazy you think people act in a pandemic, or anything about life that you've been noticing while you're tied up?
Yeah, because like people on the road, there's less people on the road, but people are still driving like shit. Like, how is this happening? How are you doing 55 in the fast lane, and you're doing 35 to merge onto the freeway? And it's not even like, no offense, but it's not even like an old lady, or an Asian, or it's just some old, like, 40-year-old dude, man titties. Like, move it, bitch tits.
Jeez Louise. You are a dynamite. Dynamite. That was good.
Dynamite?
You are dynamite. Yeah, you're a star.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this time. And
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
And I'll get a hold of you to come on out to your opening, your year anniversary, whatever the heck you're doing. I'm going to try to make it out to stuff you do, because I'll be there to support you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make you not a chicken shit and get you to do some mushrooms.
Oh, jeez. Can you see me doing that?
Yeah. See, look at how beautiful they are. They come in flavored pills nowadays.
No way.
That's them.
Wow. Holy Toledo.
Better than the Flintstones vitamin.
Well, thank you again, Tom Baum, and I'll catch you later. You've been awesome. I'm going to post all this stuff. I appreciate you. When this gets on, I'll send you a message tonight late. Ignore it till morning if you want, and tell me any type of graphical errors or whatever, and then just share it with your people, if you will, on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna share it. This was a fun time. Thank you for hitting me up about it, and you're a great interviewer, and I appreciate you. You're super funny. The puns you come up with. I like the way your mind works. I see your posts on Facebook all the time.
Thank you.
You come up with some good stuff.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Tom. Tom Baum, everybody. Thank you. Take it easy. Love you. Bye.
Taking care. I can't wait to give you a hug when I can.
I want that hug. I'm going to mark it down and remind you.
Yeah, because I don't think I've seen you since your 69th birthday, right?
No, I had to have it at home alone. I didn't.
When was it? What was it? What was the date?
March 19.
Oh, 2 days after the shutdown.
Yes, and they told us to stay at home and not stick our fingers in our orifices. And that's really hard to do, But at least they let...
It's your 69th birthday and you're not going to stick your fingers in your orifices? Get out of town.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, thanks, Linda.
Love you. Okay, love you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.